which is called konnakol. And the type of vocal percussion that I do is mainly from the south of India, but also for the North Indian tabla, and sort of bring some of that influence into the vocalizations. So one of the great things about sort of moving out and learning different sorts of percussion from around the world is that you can begin to extrapolate and employ some of those various techniques onto different hand drums and different percussion. Even, you know, the whole rhythmic system idea can be, you know, transposed onto drum set and different percussion instruments that are played with sticks as well. Now, one of the most useful devices that we find in Indian hand drumming, in terms of extrapolating the technique directly onto Western or, you know, non-Indian percussion instruments, is the concept they had of dividing the hand into two striking units, which is the three-fingered striking unit and the one-fingered striking unit. Now, on the tabla, you find this happens mostly with the right hand, but on other drums, such as the South Indian gatan, you find that technique with both hands, where the two striking surfaces are, you know, the two units with each hand. Now, you begin to employ this on a drum such as the cajon, for example. If we just look at these two striking units, and we're going to have a basic triplet, and we're going to go the three-fingered striking unit, the one-fingered striking unit, followed just by a single beat with the left hand, and we've got a kind of simple triplet. So it's a pretty straight, fairly easy way to actually begin to develop some sort of triplet ideas with the cajon or with djembe or bongos or sort of different instruments. Now, once you begin to employ that technique with the left hand as well, then you can begin to get, you know, lots of different type of rhythmic approaches to the instrument. So, for example, let's take a very common sticking that we would find. 3-3-2, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. And we're going to have the left as the 3-in-1. So we'll have a single with the right, and then the three-fingered unit and the one-fingered unit with the left. Then the same again, the single with the right, 3-1 with the left, and then just right, left. So we'd have that. Quite a different feel than if you were to just play that just with singles, left, left with the whole hand. It would sound very different. It still sounds okay, but it sounds a little bit more ploddy, for want of a better word. That's with the split hand technique, and you can see that the left hand begins to sound more like a sort of ghost note. You can begin to use lots of different stickings, just doing even singles with the right hand. You can get lots of different sort of rhythmic movement and different rhythmic changes. You know, for example, a 5. Right, left, right, left, left. And one of the advantages of this type of technique as well is that you can begin to sort of use some of these type of rhythms, not necessarily to play faster, but it's certainly easier to sort of play for longer periods of time and to play faster for longer periods of time by using this split hand technique. Now, one drum that's the split hand technique is very common on is this drum, which is the South Indian Kanjira. One thing I will say before that, actually, this is the new Remo cajon that's got the textured targets on, which is kind of great for brushwork and doing different stuff. It's been really super enhanced with a really great sort of low bass end as well. This instrument also has a massive sort of low-end presence to it, and this is also a Remo drum, tunable with inside the shell with an Allen key. This is called the South Indian Kanjira. There's a single-headed monadic drum, as you'll find anywhere in the world. Traditionally, this would be lizard skin, and the skin would be very thin, and you'd sprinkle it with water to play it, so that brings the pitch down. But this is a tunable Remo one, so I'm going to play a little bit on this. You'll notice that, that most of the technique comes from the split hand technique, the 3 and the 1, and I'll talk a little bit about that, a little bit more about that. He's asking how do I remember the form of some of the pieces. It's kind of like a language. If you kind of think that we're speaking English, but think how many, I mean, if you were to say how many words do you know, I mean, I don't know how many I know, but you kind of think you're putting similar words together to make up, have conversations, to make sentences, to make, trains of thought that come out. And it's kind of the same with this, in the sense that you learn, certain vocabulary on the drums, and you begin to put it in motion. It's a little bit tricky in the beginning because a lot of stuff is very similar. A lot of the compositions are very similar, or the syllables, the syllables that are used are often very similar. So it can be a little bit tricky in the beginning, but that's the nearest I can come to an explanation. Yeah.
I have a question. Have you ever heard of another South Indian percussion instrument called the tabal?
Indeed, I have. Yeah, the tabal. He's asking if I know about the tabal. The tabal is a fantastic drum you find in South India. You find it with an instrument called nadaswaram, which is like a flute from Jurassic Park. Basically, it's this huge, long, reed wind instrument that honestly stretched down to there. And a phenomenally loud drum. But yeah, tabal. Check the tabal out. Actually, yeah. Sorry, gentleman here.
Yes. In the traditional South Indian Kanjira technique, is there any use of triplet roll similar to the?
It's South Italian. Yeah. He's asking if the Kanjira technique has the South Italian triplet rolling technique, and the answer is no. Yeah. That's a good answer. We'll have 2 more questions, then I'm going to play another piece because we're running out of time. So I've got my alarm clock in case I fall asleep in the middle of a solo. I've set it for 7/4. Yeah.
The stick at the beginning is
See? John, what's the stick? He's asking about the stick.
That's the zinger. That's a.
It's a zinger, mate.
It's a secret.
Is it a secret? So I'm not telling you.
No,
I've got it out.
We should talk
No,
about
haven't
it.
I?
We should talk about it.
All right. It's a guitar string actually, and a coat hanger.
Almost looks like a marimba.
Yeah. One more question, then I'm going to play a final piece. Yeah, gentleman over there. Yep.
How did you mic that Kanjira?
Okay, so I've got a little Audio Technica clip on. Actually, this is the mic here. So an Audio Technica. I don't know what the product number is, to be honest with you. But I've taken it off of that stand. The problem with a lot of the percussion mics is you can't get a clip that doesn't fall off of frame drums and different drums. So this is actually, I found I was driving down the motorway home, and there were these hands-free telephone kits for the car, and they were 20 quid or something. But they had this amazing clip in, so I bought like 5 of them, threw all the hands-free kits away, and got these clips for the microphones, which is it's absolutely brilliant because it clips on the drum. So it's just velcroed onto this hands-free kit. And you can see it just slots on there, and it's kind of got like a sucker on it. So, you know, however hard you hit the drum, it doesn't come off. The problem I have with hitting the drum this hard, the microphone pops off. So that's really important to have something that doesn't do that.